Here at home, the political divide runs deep and wide. Unfortunately, that can have a negative impact within families, communities, and even the church. Many people are hoping for healing to bring a sense of unity back to the country. Charlene recently spoke with two Christians from opposite sides of the political aisle who point to the gospel bond as the way forward.
Look, everybody knows I'm a friend of Donald Trump's. They know I support him very much.
I've been in the Democratic Party most of my life.
Justin Giboney, founder of the AND campaign, and Dr. Robert Jeffress of First Baptist Church Dallas took vastly different paths into the world of politics. Differences they shared with me on CBN's Prayer Link.
I had very little involvement in politics the first 20 years of my ministry, but it all changed when a member brought to me some library books from our public library. They were pro-homosexual books written to persuade children into that kind of lifestyle. And she said, "What are you going to do about this?" We as believers have a responsibility to push back against evil wherever we can.
Giboney credits the message and meaning of civil rights for driving his interest.
Early on, my grandfather, who was a preacher himself, taught me that, when it comes to people having their rights, people being treated fairly, you couldn't go into politics and just fight for yourself, that you also wanted to make sure that you fought for others.
The two also shared their thoughts on interpreting the biblical response to certain social issues, such as the southern border crisis.
It doesn't prescribe what immigration policy should be, but there are some things the Bible speaks very clearly about. And I base my politics, or for whom I vote, based on what the Bible says.
I agree that the Bible might not speak specifically on what our immigration policy should be, but I would say that it would have something to say about the humanity of that policy and how we treat the least of these and the stranger.
Discussions on issues like this have led to bitter debate and anger among believers, with some questioning the faith of those whose views differ from their own. A sentiment both Jeffress and Giboney agree hurts the gospel message.
I don't think it's to say you vote for one person, then you're automatically not a faithful Christian. We need to stop pointing the finger as much and try to understand people. We may disagree with them, but until we understand the good they're trying to get at, we really don't know.
I think especially it's an egregious sin to demonize fellow believers. Revelation 12 says Satan is the accuser of the brethren. And when we slander another Christian, we ascribe the worst motives to them possible. We're doing Satan's work for him.
Even so, both leaders believe it is important for Christians to vote and engage in politics. They add, however, the key is modeling humility, respect, and civility, while highlighting the unity of the church.
The saying is a good one for Christians to remember today. In the essentials, unity. In the non-essentials, liberty. But in all things, charity. And I think the Church of Jesus Christ needs to be built around a common foundation. It's not a political platform, but it's faith in Jesus Christ.
We have a whole lot in common, whether it be the Great Commission, the Great Commandment, and so on. We need to find that common ground if we could ever expect the world to do the same.
Charlene, CBN News.
The gospel, a great place to find common ground. Gordon?
And we're all equal at the cross, and let's keep that in mind. And what does Jesus want us to do? He's quite clear with it that we are to act justly. That means in all that we do, let there be justice, but then love mercy. Isn't that wonderful? And then walk humbly before the Lord your God. If we can do those things, then yes, indeed, we can become one nation under God, indivisible, and we need it now.